Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to share with you the latest insight into how exercise acts as a potent magical potion, not only enhancing your overall fitness, but also significantly influencing your aging trajectory. So watch till the end of this video, and I'm going to unlock the secret to a longer, healthier, and more fulfilling life, and uncover the fascinating mechanisms by which exercise positively impacts cellular health, cognitive function, and the prevention of age-related diseases. I promise you that this video will offer you a wealth of wisdom that will inspire positive changes. If you like this video and find this useful, please click the like button. Please leave your comments below and share this video. Hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of my future weekly video release. Please also subscribe to this channel. This is completely free of charge, but will help the channel to grow. Thank you. Well, those who are able to delay that loss of strength and muscle mass are the ones who are going to live the longest. That is because a hip fracture dramatically increases an older person's risk of death. 1 in 3 adults aged 50 or over dies within 12 months of suffering a hip fracture. Older adults have a 5 to 8 times higher risk of dying within the first 3 months of a hip fracture compared to those without a hip fracture. This increased risk of death remains for almost 10 years. This is because beyond suffering pain, a hip fracture results in a loss of physical function, decreased social engagement, increased dependence, and worse quality of life. Many people who have a hip fracture need to change their living conditions, such as relocating from their home into a residential aged care facility. Ultimately, the often rapid regression of an older person's health following a hip fracture means outcomes are poor. Going from no exercise to 3 hours a week reduces death by every cause by 50% at any moment in time. There is no metric that is more highly associated with living a long life. And there's no metric anywhere in the medical literature that is more highly correlated with this than having a high VO2 max. Based on research into the benefit of VO2 max, it will help you to live longer. A 2018 study in Frontiers in Bioscience found that increasing your VO2 max can improve the delivery and use of oxygen by your body, maintaining your health and physical fitness well into your later years. So VO2 max refers to the maximum amount of oxygen your body can absorb and use during exercise, so it measures your aerobic fitness levels. So, if you're looking to improve your aerobic fitness, you might consider maximizing your VO2 max, sometimes also called oxygen uptake. As you get older, your VO2 max typically declines. But there are plenty you can do to keep your VO2 max level at the highest for your age and the desired fitness level. This 2016 study found that even occasional intense workouts can help to improve your VO2 max levels. Let me give you some suggestions here. First, perform high-intensity interval training. This consists of doing several minutes of intense aerobic exercises like cycling on a stationary bike, and then reducing the intensity for a few minutes, and then increasing the intensity again. Switch up aerobic activities in a single workout. So start with cycling, then swimming, then running, and so on. Rest in between each activity. Or you can perform any cardio activities. While intensity is what improves VO2 max levels the most, any cardio exercises that is not a stroll should improve your cardiorespiratory fitness and VO2 max in sedentary people. Now let's talk about the second most correlated metric of length of life. It's the composite metrics of strength and muscle mass. Well, you may often wonder why this is so important. Well, I think it is important because those things are remarkable integral functions. They basically tell you, they add up the work that has been done to that point. So you don't just have a high VO2 max because you woke up one day and do something positive. You have a high VO2 max because you have been training very hard for a long period of time, in many cases for years. Similarly, you don't just wake up one day and have a lot of muscle mass and have a lot of strength. Those things are the product of a lot of hard work, and I think that's why they're so potent. In fact, they are far more potent as predictors of a long life than all those negative things you can imagine are predictors of a short life. So when you look at things like smoking, type 2 diabetes, hypertension, even presence of cancer has a lesser impact on the shortness of your life than those other variables have on the length of your life. For example, grip strength is a good marker of propensity for longevity. Well, in everyone, but particularly in elderly people, grip strength per se is particularly important. But because grip strength happens to be a good marker for overall psychophysiological integrity, grip strength is a potent indicator for longevity. If you compare those with the strongest and the weakest grip strength, there is a 70% difference in incidence and death from dementia. All causes of dementia, not just Alzheimer's disease. Just take a look at this study, which concludes that lower grip strength is associated with more risk of onset of cognitive decline and dementia, despite of subtypes of dementia. We should be alert for the individuals with poor grip strength and identify cognitive dysfunction early. The other thing I need to mention here is that as we age, we lose type 2 muscle fibers first, and that is a hallmark of aging. That type of muscle fibers are responsible for explosive power is the first one that begins to atrophy when we age. Once you lose explosive strength, you start to lose overall strength. And once you lose that, you're going to lose muscle size. By the time when a person is 75, the decline in muscle size or sarcopenia, which is already preceding strength, is significant. Now we can do a lot to prevent this. And this is important because those who are able to delay the loss of strength and muscle mass are the ones that are going to live the longest on average. Well, what is the single most important exercise you could do if you could only do one? And for the lower body, step ups. You can do forward step up, backward step up, side step ups. And you can go heavy or you can go light. Initially, focus on the concentric phase, the phase of getting up when the muscle shortens. Then you need to focus on the eccentric phase, that is the phase when you step down. Try counting to 3 when you step down in a controlled manner. That is essential because as we age, this is the particular form of strength that deteriorates. This is why so many old people fall. And the fatality of a fall when you are above the age of 65 is staggering. About 15 to 30% of people over the age of 65 who fall and break a hip will be dead within a year of that fall. Of these who survive, 50% of them will experience a reduction in class of mobility. So meaning people who walk normally will walk with a cane. People who walk with a cane will walk with a walker. People who walk with a walker will be wheelchair bound. This is a profound change in quality of life, and a lot of it has to do with the loss of eccentric strength. If you think about it, people are much more likely to hurt themselves stepping off a curb when they get old than stepping onto a curb. It is essentially a loss of brakes. To improve your grip strength, try walking around with a set of dumbbells or kettlebells. And try doing bodyweight squat with weights. And step up and step down with weights. And use a box as superior. What you want to do is to work up to a height such that when your foot is on the box, your thigh of the leg is parallel to the ground. So if you're a person who is in the doing 0 exercise per week camp, the very good news is that the relative benefits you get from going from 0 to 3 hours a week is greater than someone increasing from 5 hours to 15 hours. So this should be a real incentive for you to make this change. So going from no exercise to 3 hours a week approximately reduce your cause of all causes of mortality. That is to say, death by every cause by 50% at any moment in time. So you're cutting your mortality rate to half by exercising 3 hours a week from no exercise at all. And doing 30 minutes 6 times a week is better than 3 hours once a day. So I think the most effective way to do that is probably around 90 minutes of low intensity cardio. And for the person who is not particularly fit, that amounts to brisk walking. You want to train at an intensity that you feel that you're out of breath enough that you can barely carry out a conversation. So there is that physiological sweet spot here, we call that Zone 2. Please take a look at my recent videos on the benefits of Zone 2 training, how it improves your metabolic health and longevity. Until next week, take care. Thank you for watching until the end. If you like this video, please click the like button. Please leave your comments below and share this video. Hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of my future weekly video release. Please also subscribe to this channel. This is free of charge but will help the channel to grow. If you're interested in improving your health and fitness or losing weight, if you suffer from or wish to prevent back pain, please take a look at my book, which is now available from Amazon worldwide. Thank you.